So once again, good morning to all. So I'm going to begin the part 1 accountancy. Okay, the first chapter NPO is over and I'll be starting the second chapter, partnership. Okay, accounting for partnership, the basic concepts. Last year, you have learned about the different businesses, forms of business, isn't it? Which are the various forms of business organizations? Do you remember? Can you recollect? Who's going to give me the answer? There are different forms of business organizations. Which are they? Sole proprietorship form of business organization. Have you heard about it? Yes? Yes or no? Give me a thumbs up. What is sole proprietorship form of business organization? Anyone? Aparna, tell me.
Ma'am, it is only
Huh?
one person is there in a business firm.
Very
It is
good. Yes.
operated by a single person.
Yes, exactly right. It is a kind of business organization which is owned, managed, and controlled by a single person. There is only one person, isn't it? So he controls, manages, and everything is done by that single person. So it is called the sole proprietorship form of business organization. Then what else? Anything else? Which is the other form of business organizations? Only sole proprietorship? Yes, tell me. Joint Hindu family business. Have you heard about it? No. Hope you had business studies in the class level. Didn't you have? You had?
No, ma'am.
There are different forms of business organization. Okay. Sole proprietorship, already told. The next one is joint Hindu family business. These are different forms of business organizations. Okay. Joint Hindu family business means it is a type of business carried on by Hindu families. Okay. And it is usually seen only in India. And it is governed by Hindu law. There is a film of Jairam. I forgot the name of the movie. Hmm. Uh, I'll tell you in the next class. I forgot the name. So I told you the one among the business form of business organization is called sole proprietorship. The sole proprietorship is a kind of business organization owned, managed, and controlled by a single person alone. Now, in order to avoid or remove the limitations of sole proprietorship, we opt for partnership form of business organizations. Okay. So in this chapter is accounting for partnership basic concepts. In this chapter, we'll be learning the basic concepts regarding partnership. It is not purely, it is theory based. Theory has got so much of importance. Okay. Now, Let's see the meaning of partnership again. What is partnership form of business organization? It is basically a relationship between two or more persons who join together to form a business organization with the objective of earning profit. What is your main aim? Definitely the main aim of any business organization is to earn profits. Okay. Then the persons who join hands together are individually known as partners. Individually, they are called partners, and collectively, together as a group, these partners together are called firm. Then next, I told you the name under which the business is carried on is called firm's name. Is it clear? Now, an example is given. I told you earlier, I just mentioned an example about Hana's cakes. Now see, the Sultan Chand and Company, it's a name. What is it? The firm's name. Ramlal and Company, it's a name. Okay, so the meaning of partnership is clear now. Next, the most important thing is that in India, the partnership form of organization is governed by Indian Partnership Act 1932. Very, very important. So, the partnership form of organization in
Ma'am,
India.
section is also there. No?
Yes, pardon me?
Section is also there.
Yes, definitely yes. This is the act I'm talking about. Section will come soon, I'll tell you. This is the act. This can be asked as fill in the blanks. 1 mark question. Okay. Indian Partnership Act 1932. Here is the section, Shubham. Next, we'll discuss the definition of partnership form of business organizations. What is the definition? Again, very, very important. Definition is very important. Section 4. Section 4, para 1 of the Indian Partnership Act 1932 defines partnership as. So section, which is the section? Section 4.
4.
Yes, very good. Section 4, para 1 of the Indian Partnership Act 1932 defines partnership as partnership is a relationship between persons. Definitely it is a relationship between persons, two or more persons. Okay, but in the definition it is not given. Partnership is a relationship between persons who have agreed to share the profits of the business. What are the sharing? Profits. I told you in the example, whatever profits are earned, it is shared among the partners. Partnership is a relationship between persons who have agreed to share the profits of the business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. This must be learned by heart. So, it is the name of a legal relationship, isn't it? It is governed by an act. So, legal relationship exists among the partners. It is a contract. It is an agreement between the partners. Clear? Have you all noted down this? I'll be asking you the next day, the definition. Definition should be the same. You cannot add or delete any of the words or nothing. No addition can be done to this by heart.
Ma'am, I have learned another definition which is there in my book.
Which is that?
Partnership is a business relationship among a two or more person who have agreed to share their profit and losses,
Hmm.
which is carried by all or anyone of acting for all.
It is the same only, no? Is it the
Little
same? Okay, that can be considered as the meaning of partnership. Okay, when definition is asked, if you are asked in the exam to define partnership, this is for all of you, okay? When the question is to define partnership, this is the definition to be given. This is the definition given by the Indian Partnership Act 1932, which governs the partnership form of business organizations in India. So this must be written. Clear? And this should be clearly mentioned. Section 4, para 1 of the Indian Partnership Act 1932. Okay. Next, we will discuss the features of partnership. Okay? Features. Features means what? What are the characteristics of partnership form of business organizations? What are the characteristics? What are the peculiarities? Features? Okay. If you learn the definition, it is very easy to learn the features. Okay. The features can be written from the definition directly. The first point is two or more persons. When there is only a single person, will it be a partnership firm? No. So there should be minimum two persons. Okay, no? Two or more persons. Minimum there should be two. And what about the maximum?
50.
Is it very good? Is it unlimited? When you read this, two or more persons, you might feel it as unlimited, but it is never unlimited. The maximum persons is how many should be the maximum people involved.
50.
That is, yes, that's right. Very good. That is decided by the central government. Okay. And it should not exceed more than 102. So the central government has decided the maximum number of partners to be 50, 50. So minimum there should be 20 and maximum 50. And the next point, next feature, the next characteristic is agreement. Agreement.
Agreement is also known as partnership deed.
I'll tell you. I'll explain it first. That's right. You're right, Shubha. I'll come to that, okay? Agreement means what? After all, this two or three, whoever, how much ever partners, they are functioning based on a contract. They have agreed upon the many things, certain things, isn't it? So the base of partnership is agreement. And what the partners would decide earlier, decide in advance the capital to be contributed and how the profits earned should be distributed. Okay, so partnership is the result of is an agreement, is a result of an agreement between two or more persons. This agreement becomes the basis of relationship between the partners. It is based on this agreement that the firm functions. Nothing can be done beyond the agreement. Whatever is prescribed, whatever is clearly mentioned in the agreement, that only should be agreement. It can be either oral agreement or written agreement. It is not compulsory that it should be written. No, it is not at all mandatory. But we all know that it is always good to be in written format, whatever orally said can be manipulated, isn't it? There are chances for disputes, confusions. Okay, so it is always good to maintain a written agreement. We'll go in detail regarding the agreement next. First, only this is enough for as a feature. Okay, agreement. There are more points to be added that we'll discuss soon. So first point is we said that two or more persons. That is our first feature. There should be minimum 2 persons and maximum of 50 persons, which is decided by the central government. The 2 points are clear. Next one is business. That means a partnership firm should be formed to conduct a lawful business. Okay, suppose let's take two people, A and B. A and B owns a land, a property together. Can we say that it is a partnership form of business? Do you think that? No. They just become the co-owners. They are just owners. No kind of business is taking place there. Okay. Time. It is their business to purchase the land. That becomes a business. Isn't it? So always a partnership firm, it should be formed to conduct a business activity. There should be a lawful business. A business should exist. Then only it becomes a partnership form of business organization. The third point is clear. The next point is share of profits. Sharing of profit. We already learned that whatever profits is earned, it is shared among the partners. And how about the losses now? Should that be shared? There are different types of partnership firms that we'll discuss later. There are certain types of partnership firms where all the profits are shared. We'll come to that later. Okay, there are different in among the partnership firm itself. There are different types of partnerships. Okay, and there is sharing of profit that occurs in every partnership firms. Okay, but losses, it is not compulsory to share the losses in all kinds of partnership firms. Is it clear? That we learn in detail in the next portion. So sharing of profit is compulsory. Next is mutual agency. Mutual agency. In the definition, you might have noticed that in the last portion, partnership is a relationship between persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. Okay. Here is the explanation for the point mutual agency. It is a kind of relationship. Okay. There is a relationship called principal and agent. Have you heard about it before? Principal and agent relationship. Principal is a person who assign his duty to agent. He will ask the agent to do his duties. He will not do the duty. His duty is carried on, is asked to be performed by the agent. And the agent will do the duty on behalf of the principal. Okay, that is called, that kind of relationship is here. Suppose I have an homework for you and I assign the homework duty to give you the homework to someone else. If I tell Aparna, tomorrow I'll be on leave, you please give the homework to the other students, or you just give them. What am I doing? The duty to be performed by me. I am assigning that to Aparna. Here, I am the principal. And Aparna becomes the agent. So next day, when I am leave, she is going to give you the homework. Here, that is called mutual agency. If suppose there are three partners, A, B, and C, definitely A, B, and C will have different duties to be carried out in a business firm. So A is asking B, please do this. I can't do this. Or I'm in some difficulty. My situation is not okay. Please perform this duty on behalf of me. So that A partner is assigning his duties to B, and B will definitely carry out this on behalf of A. Clear, no? So they will share the duties. That is called mutual agency. Is it clear? Okay. Now, the next one, what is the last point? One more is there. Liability. The last feature, liability. So how many points are there for features of partnership? There are 6 points. 6 points. Liability. How will be the liability of the partners? It is unlimited. The liability of the partners is unlimited. If the firm is in loss, if the firm has to make so many payments to the outsiders, then the personal assets of the partners should also be taken to clear the liability. So the liability of the partners is unlimited. Is it clear? So now, who's going to tell me what did we learn today? I'm stopping with this, but someone please tell me what did we discuss today? Who's going to tell me? First, I told you the meaning of partnership, isn't it? Meaning of partnership. Then we studied or explained the definition of partnership. Only 3 topics are taught today. Okay, meaning of partnership, definition of partnership, and then what? Features of partnership. How many points? 6 points.
6.
Yes. Is it clear? Were you be able to follow? Basil, can I see your face? Please switch on your
Yes, ma'am.
video. I didn't see you. Where is Basil? Any doubts? Is there any lack of clarity? Very good, Tomlin. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Where is Basil? I couldn't see you again. Do you all have the textbooks with you? Yes? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Yes. So revise. All are having the textbooks, no? Nobody is there without textbook. So please go through these topics. Only 3. Very simple. Repeating. It's repeating, isn't it? Whatever I told today is repeating. Meaning of partnership. Definition of Karthik. Definition of partnership. I just saw you now. Definition of partnership. And then features of partnership. Study well. I'll be asking questions. Okay. Shall we stop with this? Or go through the features of partnership, please. Just go through. I think that liability, that point is not there in your textbook. Only 5 you will be able to find. Just go through, read the features. It is based on the definition that they have given the features of partnership. Who is going to explain the first point? Somebody please tell me. In your own language, no problem, today. But for the next day, you should have to learn properly. Who's going to tell me the first point? Very easy. Simple, simple.
2 or more persons.
2 or more persons. Give me the explanation.
A partnership firm will consist of 2 or more
Yes.
persons jointly conducting the business.
Yes, yes, yes. Minimum number is 2. And how about the maximum number?
50.
Who decides this? The maximum limit?
Government.
Central government. Yes. Now, the second point. Read. Take time, no problem. Read and understand.
Agreement.
Which is the second point? Who's going to tell me? Yes. Muhammad Irfan, please switch on your video. I didn't see you. Is there any problem with the net? Any issues? No. So please keep your videos on. Second point, agreement. Irfan, tell me, what is agreement? Read the textbook. I told you no. Go through the features in the textbook. You don't have the textbook? Agreement is a basis for the functioning of any partnership form of business organization. It is the basis. It is based on this agreement that the partnership firm functions. Everything related to the partnership is mentioned. And the agreement can be oral agreement or it can be written. It is not mandatory that it should be written or it should be oral, nothing like that. But always it is better to maintain a written document. For what? To avoid disputes, conflicts, confusions, problems, isn't it? Now, the next point, business. There should be a lawful business. It should be to conduct a business that we start a partnership firm. Now, next one.
Sharing profits.
Mutual agency. Ah, yes, good. Yes, Aditya. Sharing of profits. Okay. Tell me. Sharing of profits. The profits earned is shared among the partners. How? We'll learn later. In what proportion? How are they going to share the profits? That we'll learn in detail in the chapter. But profits are to be shared among the partners. And there is nothing mentioned regarding losses. That also I told you, we'll discuss later. There are different types of partnership. So there is a partnership firm. There is a form where the losses are not shared. Partners only for sharing profits. They only share the profits. Suppose A, B, and C are partners in a firm. So they have contributed the capital. So definitely they'll be sharing the profits. But what about the losses? Partners say, no, we are not ready to share the losses. Only for profits we are here. There is that kind of partnership also that we'll discuss different types of partnership firms. Okay. So for time being, you just understand the features. As a feature, losses should also be shared. That is there. Okay. But it's not compulsory. It's not mandatory. Then what? Mutual agency. That is given in the last portion of the definition. So now the definition is clear, isn't it? Definition is clear with the, after understanding the features, it is very clear what the definition says. And the last point was liability. Liability of the partners is unlimited. So this is clear. I hope it's very clear. Okay. Next session, it's banking. I'll be handling banking too. So we'll see with banking. Shall we stop this? Okay. So read, go through. I'll be asking you questions. Only 3 topics: meaning of partnership, definition, features of partnership. Okay. See you soon in the next session. Shall we end this?